Today I'm going to answer some questions. Hi, I'm Lisa Marie. My channel is Living My Best Life, and I am here to help you live yours. I've done a question video back early on when I first started YouTube, and so this will be like part 2 of those questions. People want to get to know me. I've been asked a lot of different things, so I decided to make a video about it, and I figure by getting to know me better, you'll know where I'm coming from, and hopefully that will help me help you live your best life. Here we go. What is the most useless talent you have? That is a great question. I don't know, because I like to think that talents are useful. I don't know, because I could find a way to make anything useful. I guess the most useless talent I have is quilting. And the reason I say that is because I don't quilt ever. I have the talent of quilting, but I never make quilts anymore. So it's become a useless talent. It could be a useful talent if I ever started quilting again. Yeah, quilting. What celebrity would you rate as a perfect 10? Well, I have always thought that Jaclyn Smith, she was one of the original Charlie's Angels, of course that dates me, doesn't it? Was just absolutely beautiful and poised and intelligent and so forth. So I would say as for a woman, I would put her in that bucket. I guess for a guy, this is going to be a frozen in time thing. So Jeff Bridges, back when he was in the movie Against All Odds, that was a perfect 10. Not today, but then. What is the dumbest way I've ever been injured? Okay, here, I got it right off the top of my head. I was at a Labor Day barbecue party with some friends when I was a young adult, and a friend of mine said she had some ice in the freezer and could I go get it? So I said, sure. So I went into her kitchen, I opened the freezer, and she had a glass ice bucket in the freezer with the ice in it. I picked it up with 2 hands, and right across from the refrigerator was the counter. I turned around to set it on the counter. As I did that, my warm hands were on the frozen glass, and they started to slip. So as I turned, the ice bucket slipped out of my fingers, hit the counter, and as I reached to grab it, it cracked in half, and it cut half of my little finger kind of off, but it was still intact. So I don't know if you can see my scar right there. I have stitches all there and all the way up there, and there were like 36 stitches inside as I cut a nerve. Luckily, they took me to the urgent care. They sewed it up. They did a great job, and I still have feeling in my little finger because that was a long time ago. What is the best and the worst purchase that I have ever made? I think it was the house that I bought in Minnesota years ago. That was a great purchase. Got it for a decent price. It was a beautiful piece of property. It was our family home for many years. My kids basically grew up there. The location was excellent. The house really worked for entertaining. We used to have people over all the time, a lot of youth groups, church groups, and different things. We used our house all the time for that. So I would say that was my best purchase. My worst purchase, I have bought things and then never used them, or joined gyms. That's a good one. Probably gym memberships, since I hardly ever go. That's probably one of my worst purchases right there. What are some things that sound like compliments but are really insults? I guess it depends on what you're sensitive about. When you see someone and you know, let's say you're not put together, you don't have your hair or makeup done or whatever, and people say, oh, you look just fine. I know they mean it as a compliment, but there's this part of me that thinks it's sort of an insult because they're just trying to make you feel good, but it's not really true. What is something that your brain tries to make you do, but you have to will yourself not to? I got a couple things. Okay, one, I kind of bite the inside of my mouth, like when I'm thinking or when I'm not thinking too. I don't even know I'm doing it. Sometimes I'll find that I'm sitting really like tense, and then I relax. I'm a very high energy, I don't know, maybe tightly wound person. I'm a type A all the way. It's hard. I'm always kind of on that alert. What is something that most people don't know about you? I've always been a very social person. I was always in the midst of everything, planning things. And as I've gotten older, I have become kind of a recluse. Not literally a recluse, but I actually love my own time at home way more than I ever used to. And it's hard because my husband is still very social, and so he wants to go and do, and I want to stay home all the time. So it's interesting because I've just completely changed. I can only do so much of that socializing, and then I'm drained and I have to go back home again. And I love being at home. I just really love my surroundings, creating a place that I enjoy, like a safe haven, my own little oasis, and I think that's what home should be. I guess that's something a lot of people don't know about me because they think I'm just really out there and social, and I did used to be, but not as much anymore as I'm older now. What is one thing that you like about yourself more than you used to when you were younger? Well, I like that I don't care as much about what other people think. I used to care so much what other people thought. It would actually drive me to make decisions based on that, or how I do certain things, and how I literally, other than being respectful of other people and caring about treating them that way, I don't care so much what they think of me. I am pretty comfortable in my own skin. I don't always like my own skin or the way I'm looking at the moment or whatever, but I'm comfortable in it. I can accept that's just who I am. And it's taken a lot of years. I'm 58 years old. It's taken me a long time to get to this point. I just wish for others that they could get there sooner than I did. If you have any other questions for me, let me know down in the comments, and eventually I'll do a part 3. I've got all kinds of videos on living your best life, how to stay relevant, how-to videos, how to make big decisions, different things like that. And I highly recommend you go watch one of those right now. See you next time. Ratchet, an annoying, rude person who tries to act ghetto. And now you know, and you can be part of the conversation. Bye.